Okay, hi everyone. So in this short video, we are going to see effect of change of origin and scale. Now this concept comes in every MTP for at least 5-6 marks. So we can expect that in exam at least one or two questions on this will come. So if you study it properly, if you understand the concept, then you will be able to score well in exam. Okay, so let's start. So this concept comes in 4 places in our syllabus. One is in measures of central tendency, one is in measures of dispersion, and also in the chapters of correlation and regression. So we are going to see this in all 4 places, how to apply concept of change of origin and scale. First, let's understand what it is. Let's say we have 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So their mean x bar is obviously going to be 3, which is the middle number, because they are in AP, so middle number is the mean. Or you can just add everything and divide by 5. If we plot them, let's say this is a number line. Okay, if we plot 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, okay, then that means their mean is at the middle right now, which is at 3, because they are in arithmetic progression. Now change of origin means what? Change of origin means shifting the values from one place to other. Shifting the values as it is, shifting that shape, this shape we are going to shift as it is from one place to other place. For example, if I add, let's say, 7 to all of these values, then 1 will become 1 plus 7, which is 8, so it will be somewhere here. 2 will become 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you observe, this exact shape just shifted here, that's it. We have not done anything else, we have just shifted that shape to the right, and that means this mean midpoint of 3 was also shifted to the right here, to the 10, right? This concept is called as shift of origin or change of origin. Change of origin means to change the values from one place, to take the values from one place to other while maintaining their shape. Remember it like this. Okay, fine. Change of scale means what? Let's understand. Again, let's say we have 5 numbers 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Let's say we multiplied all of them by 2. Okay, we multiplied all of them by 2. Now we will not have 1 2 3 4 5. Now we'll have 1 into 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That means, concentrate very carefully. Earlier we had 1 2 3 4 5, which was close to each other. Now we have 2 4 6 8 10, which is farther away from each other. That means when we multiply all numbers, let's say by 2, when we multiply all numbers by 2, that means we are changing their scale. Scale means size. We are changing size. So imagine like you are zooming in. If you zoom into a picture, then the size increases, right? Similarly, you took this shape and you zoomed into it, so the distance between them increased. That's it. This is called as change of scale. So change of origin means shifting place of all the values from one place to other. Change of scale means increasing, that is zooming in or zooming out the values. Okay, increasing the distance between the values or decreasing the distance between the values. Fine. Now let's see how it affects measures of central tendency and how we express it mathematically. Let's say measures of central tendency, which is not geometric mean, harmonic mean, but x bar, median and mode. Okay, so let's see how it affects x bar, median and mode. Let's say we have original numbers which are x. Our original numbers are 1 2 3 4 5. So x is 1 2 3 4 5. Now obviously imagine if we multiply them by some number, let's say we did 2x. Okay, so it is going to be 2 4 6 8 10. Tell me, just because we zoomed in, will the midpoint change? No. This was the midpoint, this will still remain the midpoint, right? That means 3 will become 6 and it will still be the midpoint. That means if we multiply x by some number, then if we multiply x by some number, then x bar will also be multiplied by that number. Understand? If we multiply all, this x is not one single value, this x is all values. So if we multiply all values by a number, then its mean will also be multiplied by that number. Okay, fine. This is called as change of scale. So we multiplied it. Now let's imagine कि in this 2x, let's say we added 1, 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1. Now it will become 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Still we are just shifting them from one place to other. The midpoint, which was 6, is also going to be shifted in the exact same way, right? So now the new midpoint will become 7. That's it. That means to this bx, if we add a, okay, if we add something, so if we add something to this, then we will also have to add it to x bar. We will also have to add it to x bar. Okay. Now, if we call these new numbers as, let's say, y, if we call these new numbers as y, new numbers are what? A plus bx. So let's say if we call a plus bx as y, then how do we get y bar? We just do a plus bx bar. That's it. So whatever we did with x, what did we do with original values x? We multiplied by b and added a. Similarly to x bar also, we'll multiply b and add a. That's it. For example, let's say it is given that y is equal to 3 minus 2x, and it is given that x bar is equal to 1, or x bar is equal to, let's say, 2, and we have to find y bar. So how do we find y bar? Y bar will be 3 minus 2 into x bar. That's it. Because it is affected by both change of scale and change of origin. Change of scale means multiplication or division. Change of origin means addition or subtraction. Change of scale, because of change of scale, values get zoomed out or zoomed in, and because of change of origin, values shift from one place to other. Okay, so it will be just 3 minus 2 into 2, which is 3 minus 4, so minus 1. Okay, fine. This same logic applies to median also, mode also. So for example, if let me take one other question. Let's say 3x plus y is equal to 6, and it is given that median of x is equal to, let's say, 4, and we have to find median of y. How do we find it? If you want, you can rearrange it first. How can we rearrange it? Y is equal to 6 minus 3x. That means this is our change of origin, this is our minus 3 is our change of scale. So now median of y will be 6 minus 3 into median of x, that is 6 minus 12, so minus 6. Okay. Or since it is affected by change of scale also, change of origin also, you can just put x as 4 in this equation to get y. That's it. So anything that you want. Same thing applies to mode also. Now let's talk about measures of dispersion. Understand? Let's say we have some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our x, let's say. And what we did was, let's say first we just added something, a plus x. Okay, so let's say our new numbers are a plus x. Let's say to all these numbers we did plus 6. What will be new numbers now? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now understand, dispersion means spread. How much the values are spread out. Tell me, just because we shifted them from one place to other, just because we shifted this from one place to other, did its spread change? No, they are still spread out in the same way. Okay, they were here, they just transferred here, that's it. Their shape did not change, their spread did not change. That is why measures of dispersion are not affected by change of origin. Okay, that means if we add something or subtract something, measures of dispersion are not affected. That means if y is equal to a plus x, and let's say we have sigma x, then sigma y will be same as sigma x. This a will not come here. Why? Because that measure of dispersion is not affected by change of origin at all. Fine. But if we do change of scale, that means instead of multiplying by 6, let's say we multiplied everything, instead of adding 6, let's say we multiplied everything by 2. Now their shape is going to change. Now it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will be zoomed in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right? So the dispersion was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to 5. Now it became 2 to 10. So they are going to be more spread out. so measures of dispersion will also increase, and they increase by exactly 2. Okay, so if we multiply something here, then we have to multiply that here also. Okay, that means measures of dispersion are affected, not only SD, range also, QD also, and MD also. They are affected only by change of scale and not change of origin. Fine. Now if this B is negative, if this B is negative, that does not mean now standard deviation will become negative. Why? Because spread will still remain positive only. Understand? Let's say the values are like this: 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and we multiplied them by -2. Let's say -2, so now they will become -2, -4, -6, -8, -10. Now this was the earlier dispersion, this much. Now the dispersion is 2 times, but still positive only, because now this is the lower number, this is the higher number. Here this was the lower number, this was the higher number. So dispersion is still positive, going from left to right, but it has zoomed out. That means even if this B is negative, we have to take this as positive. So that is why measures of dispersion are affected by absolute value of change of scale. Let me give you an example. For example, let's say 3x plus 2y is equal to 9, and they are saying sigma x is equal to, let's say, 2. Okay, now first let's rearrange. So 2y will be equal to 9 minus 3x. That means y will be equal to 9 by 2 minus 3 by 2 x. That means this is the change of scale, this is the change of origin. We are multiplying by minus 3 by 2 and we are adding 9 by 2. Now change of origin we have to ignore anyway, right? So sigma y, to calculate sigma y, this change of origin will ignore. Change of scale we will take, but we'll take only positive value. So we'll not take minus 3 by 2, we'll take positive 3 by 2 into sigma x. That is 3 by 2 into sigma x was 2. So 3 by 2 into 2 will be 3. That's it. Okay. So I hope this was clear. This will apply to MD also, QD also, and range also. Fine. Now let's go to correlation and regression. Understand again a simpler concept. In correlation we have two variables, x and y. Let's say we have x, let's say we have y. For x, let's assume we are changing its scale by, let's say, now let's not take a and b, let me say c and no, or let's say p and q. And let's say we are adding some c and d to get new variables which are u and v. Okay, let's say u is equal to c plus px, v is equal to d plus qy. That the letters do not matter. Okay, understand the concept. Now if let's say xy both are positive, that means they will be like this. If xy both are positive, they'll be like this. Understand, that means correlation is positive right now. If x becomes negative but y remains positive, if x becomes negative but y remains positive, then it will, see here x is positive, right? Here x is negative on left side in the third and fourth quadrant. That means y is still positive, so y is still upwards, but x is negative, so that shape will now become mirror image like this. So now the correlation has become negative. Understand? Okay, that means if change of scale of x is negative but change of scale of y is positive, that means what? X became negative but y remained positive, then that correlation coefficient r will also change sign. If it was positive, it will become negative. If it was negative, it will become positive. That means r will change sign, change of sign. Similarly, if x remains positive means what? To the right side, but y becomes negative, that means below, then it will become like this. Understand? So again this is going to become negative from positive, right? That means again if it happens that this is negative but this is positive, then again r will change sign, change of sign. But if both become negative, then this shape will be just reflected on in the third quadrant, right? This shape will be just reflected in the third quadrant like this. So it is still going to be positive only. So this will be, if both become negative, it is r will remain same. And obviously if both are positive, then also r will remain same. We'll take an example on this. Just understand, correlation coefficient is only affected by change of scale, not by change of origin. Why change? Logically socho, if it is if we change origin, that means we are shifting them to some other place. If we just shift them to some other place, that means we are not changing any correlation between them. Their shape is still going to be same. So it is not affected by change of origin. It is not affected by value of change of scale. Whether it is zoomed in, zoomed out does not matter. Correlation is still going to be the same. But it is affected by sign of change of scale. Sign of change of scale. For example, let's say we have y, let's say we have x. We did 3x minus 9 is equal to u, and we did 5 minus 2y is equal to v. That means, understand, for x change of scale is 3, for y change of scale is minus 2. If one is positive, other is negative, and let's say correlation coefficient between x, y was 0.3, then if one change of scale is negative, other is positive, then correlation coefficient between u, v will become negative. It will change the sign. If original was minus 0.3, now it will become plus 0.3. Okay, fine. So it is not affected by change of origin, not affected by value of change of scale. It is only affected by sign of change of scale, which is this. Okay. Last one is about regression coefficients. Understand? Let's say we have bxy and byx. Okay. And we change origin and scale of x and y. Let's say x and y. Now again we did the same thing like this. C plus px is equal to u, and d plus qy is equal to v. Understand very carefully. Then if we want to calculate buv, then we have to take, now obviously u has come from x, v has come from y, so we have to take bxy as base, and we will multiply it like this. Change of scale of u is what? P, upon change of scale of v is what? Q. So p by q into bxy. Similarly, if we have something like this bvu, so obviously we will need byx. Again, v's change of scale will be in the numerator q, upon u's change of scale will be in the denominator p. So q by p vyx. That's it. Okay. So again, let's take a small example of this and then we'll stop for today. Let's say 3x plus 5 is equal to u, and 2 minus 4y is equal to, let's say, v. And let's say we have bxy is equal to, let's say, 1.2, and byx is equal to, let's say, 0.5. Now what will happen if we want buv? What we'll do? We'll take bxy as base 1.2. Then u's change of scale will be in the numerator, which is 3. V's change of scale will be in the denominator, which is minus 4. So it will become 3 by minus 4 into 1.2, whatever it is, it will be minus 0.9, I guess, I don't know. And this bvu, for this we'll have to take byx, and we'll have to multiply it by u's change of scale, which is, sorry, v's change of scale, which is minus 4 upon 3. Okay, so it will be 0.5 into minus 4 by 3, so whatever that is, minus 2 by 3. Okay, so those will be the new bvu and buv. Okay, so I hope this concept was clear. This has come in every RTP till now. At least 4 or 5 questions are there in every MTP. So maybe in exam 1 or 2 questions will come, so just be prepared with this. Okay, so I hope everyone has got this. So let's stop here for today. Bye everyone.